Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they trying to copy. Diamonds in the chains.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. On first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down, here's Wilson, and that is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
14. Grenading!
From the gun, it's Wilson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Taking it about the 36. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 45. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On third down, Ryan. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
To throw is Wilson. And an alley to run. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Penny, a first down carry. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a give to Penny. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now it's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Tempo, tempo. Right, 380. 380.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Let's go, 14.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he fins the ball. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
I know in most cases people think you throw the ball in this situation, and when they ran, it almost felt like a little bit of a surrender, maybe a give up. But I don't know if that's really the case. They might have been probing a little bit, checking the defense and filing it away for later. They might have something working later on.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
This complete to Lockett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. A handoff to Penny. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Kaiser now from the 50. They'll roll him out right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Kaiser. Steps away to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this 1st quarter. Now Rashad Penny, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Tackle made by Deidron Sinnott.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
If they want a 1st, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. From the gun, it's Ryan. And it's incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
21.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. Rolling to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Vic Beasley able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Get up!
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ryan now off the bootleg. And he's got it. The tight end, Amaro. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
22!
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Now it's Ryan. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Second and goal from the 1. Operating from the gun. Ryan. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Frank Clark in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are in for 6. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And Bryant's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
I got 18. Right. Move 15. Right left.
Running left, it's Penny. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 3rd down, Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They go play action here on first down. Steps away. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
21!
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jace Amaro, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he finds Penny. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. On first down, Wilson leads it for Petty. That's now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Let's go.
On second down, here's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Again, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
22!
Second and 10, it's Ryan again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball, a little dangerous, could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? From the gun, Ryan, and he finds Cook. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Ryan on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
95.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. This time, the extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half, maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point your dad did the exact same thing mine did.
Okay.
It's okay to be confident, son, but overconfident, that's not a good thing. And that's maybe what we saw here. They thought they had this thing in hand, had full control, and guess what? They've got to find a way to get back to where they were before.
You think Papa Davis and Papa Garden would get along?
I think they'd get along just fine. And you know something? They'd still be giving us advice.
Absolutely. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
21.
On 2nd down, Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
22.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 49. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Deion Jones in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Penny. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's caught by Penny. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Right back to him on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Get up! 21!
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Jaron Reed with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Tuesday. 22! Let's go!
From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They'll give it to him up the middle. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. In for the score. And the Falcons are in for 6. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the gun, it's Wilson. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Falcons on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They run, Devontae Freeman. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The Falcons send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And out now come the Seahawks. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Shotgun.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Wilson operating from the gun. He hits Baldwin right side. And he'll bring it up here to Right at the 40-yard line. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
14.
From the gun, Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing is Wilson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Wilson will throw again. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. On first down, Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
14. Zebra.
Now Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Going up top. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Looking to throw on second down. Ryan. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Clay Matthews. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, Ryan. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll run with Penny, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. Leaves it for Penny. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
On 3rd down, Penny, and he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They keep it with Penny on 1st down. Fighting down past the 45. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Boy, missed tackles. That could be their downfall, Charles.
Yeah, they actually let him out of bounds there. Instead of the clock continuing to run, they let him out, and it turned into another timeout for him. Not good at all.
He's back to throw. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Seahawks on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is third down and 12. Back to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. They'll run with Penning. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
They had to convert there on 4th down, and they ran the football. Major surprise, but they pick it up. Now they've got to really hurry.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. This would put them in the NFC title game. And it's no good. He comes up empty on the late field goal try, and they are out here in the divisional round. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From